law of attraction. The law of attraction is also known as the law of as you think, so you become. Whatever the mind thinks of is what we eventually become. Now, very often you find that this works quite well in life. You do. If you constantly think of food, then that's what you become. That's the size you will get. And if you are if you think of money, you become money-minded. If you think about your looks all the time, then you become vain in life. So it seems in many situations that this actually works, that as you think, so you become. But if you think about it further, you'll find there are many situations where it doesn't quite work. For instance, when you want to impress somebody, you might find that that person will be the least impressed with you. Or if you're really longing to sleep, you find that sleep doesn't come to you. You don't fall off to sleep. Or a very common example is in cricket, when you're longing for the 100, you don't seem to get it. What they call the pressures of sport. So it seems that in some situations where this law works and some situations where this law doesn't work. Now, why we come across the dichotomy in life is because of what we are meaning of with that word thinking. So when we use the word thinking to mean indisciplined thought flow from the mind, just indiscriminate thinking, then this kind of thinking is actually an interruption in our success. We don't get what we want. But when that thinking is not this indisciplined, loose thinking, but the disciplined approach of the intellect, that same thinking is happening from the intellect, then we do gain whatever it is that we have set our sights on. So the law of attraction should actually be put as when your intellect directs the thoughts to a particular end or goal, then you get it. But if the mind gets involved in that particular idea, then actually it will be impossible to get that thing, because your own mind will be interfering with your getting it. Just as when you're trying to sleep, if you're trying too hard to sleep, you won't be able to sleep. Or you're trying too hard to impress somebody, then that person will certainly not be impressed with you. And things like that. So when the mind functions, it's that kind of thinking, the mind's thinking, then we don't get what we want. But when it's the intellect directing the thought flow, then we get what we want.